What's up, guys? Welcome back to SobrietyWoD. I'm Josh. It's class 24 today, and just so happens to be we're talking about the 24 hours a day concept. So if you guys are in recovery or familiar with recovery, you know, one of the big points or one of the big premises that helps us in our recovery is this concept of one day at a time. And a lot of times, like, we've heard it so many times, you kind of just like brush it off, you know. But if you really think about it, it is a very important concept. And what it does is it enables us to sort of focus on the now, you know. A lot of our issues, a lot of our problems come from either the fear and anxiety that comes with thinking about the future. And the future really is unknown. You know, I know in my life recently, it's unbelievable how many times I can wake up with an idea of what the day is going to be like, and by noon it's just a completely different day than I've had planned. So much so that I really, probably to a fault, don't even plan that much because there's no telling what's going to come up. I mean, things that I could never have imagined or ever even anticipated. And thankfully, you know, through the process of recovery, I learned to really just focus on that one day at a time. Went through some times recently where I was having some issues with anxiety, and it was always fear. It was fear of the future, fear of what was going to happen, fear of if I handled something correctly or if I should have done things differently, which is the past. And, you know, I would stop at times and I would just look around and be like, right now, the situation that you're in right now, is everything okay? And I know one time distinctly, I was actually driving to Colorado and I was like, shit, yeah, like things are pretty good right now. And, you know, the more that I practice this principle, the more I realize that like 9 times out of 10, whatever I'm worried about, it never even materializes. When I was first getting sober, I was like working at McDonald's, and I lived in Georgia, and all I did, really basically, I had a little checklist. I was trying to lose some weight, I was trying to get in shape, I was trying to not drink, and I was just trying to live my life by the program as much as possible. And basically at the end of the day, I just had a little checklist. I was like, did I get closer to my goals in recovery? Did I get closer to my goals in fitness? Or did I get further away? And all I worried about was that day. And all I had to do was do something for my recovery and something towards the goals in my physical life to be able to check that box that said yes. If I didn't, which I remember distinctly, for Thanksgiving in 2011, I was stuck at the house and people brought us a bunch of pecan pies, and I ate a whole pecan pie, and that was the first time that I had like seriously cheated on my diet. And I remember just, there was so much like regret, but you know, I just checked the box and said no, like today I didn't do that. And by just like taking each day, you know, one at a time, I was able to climb this mountain, basically, is what I felt like it was. And all my life and all my attempts before that have been looking at the mountain. You know, there's no way I can make it up there. And then what recovery taught me was like, all I had to do was get to that next step, was get to that next place. So I want you guys to take some time, and I want you to discuss, sorry, I forgot what the question was. Talk about a time when you wasted energy and resources trying to prevent or cause a future outcome, only to realize like you really didn't affect it at all anyway. And how much time and energy and resources did you waste, you know, almost like mentally trying to change reality, you know, and what could you have done with that time? What could you have done with those resources otherwise? So you guys have a great discussion, enjoy time with each other. We'll come back and talk about the application in our fitness and CrossFit.